So, like a kid in a candy store, I'm unboxing some nice new stuff. Want to see where it's from? Dun dun dun. Check it out. Arrived this morning. Very big thanks to Global Music, Anton and the wonderful Markbass SA squad. Alrighty, let me get this into my studio and then we can have a look. Alright. For the first time, just cut open the sellotape. Feel like a kid on Christmas. Ooh, check it out. It's the new little Marc. Yeah, it's the 58R. Alright, but that's not the best part. The best part is that it's the new material. So this stuff is like the plastic you'll find at park benches, or in South Africa anyway. It's the same composite plastic material, and the joke is it's like a million times heavier. Even though it's a bigger cabinet, it's actually lighter than the amp it's replacing, which I own, and I'll show you. So what's cool now, you'll see also on the controls, they moved everything to the front. So these four used to live at the back, like on my F500, but this is brand new. And it's got my preferred, well, it's that Markbass sound, you know, there's no getting around it. One thing you'll notice that's different is they've made a standard feature, the old school dial, which is interesting, and the shape. What's nice is you get flat, you get scooped, and then there's also a foot switch, so you can like dial it in and out. So if you want like a slap toe and move between them, it's pretty great actually. So yeah, let me see how the rest of it goes. Okay, so in front of you is old school on the left and new school on the right. So I mean, there are some obvious differences. Like firstly, the tweeter in the old one is a little bit bigger, and the speaker cabinet's a bit smaller, right? But the length and depth is about the same. So the bigger cabinet, the new cabinet, slightly bigger but weighs less. Like there it says 14 kilos, which is just laughable, right? So controls are about the same, except this still has the VLE and VLF. And the XLR input should you need it, but pretty much stock standard. Now here's the only thing. Historically, if I want to get to the back of the panel, I'm going to pop this out. Right, here's the rest of the controls. Like I said, they move back to the front now. And the one thing that's always kind of been a snag for me is I can unscrew the amp head from here and use it as a normal roaming head. However, it doesn't have a top, because I actually wanted to do that, and it doesn't have a metal top. Whereas here, they went in on that and made that decision right from the get-go. So there's the amp. You can see here's the access panel. You could undo two Allen keys or hex wrenches, and this easily pops out, so I can use it like a standalone. Now you'll see the porting on the old amp, also in the rear. Standard design, and the porting here is slightly different shape, but same concept ultimately. And if you look at the control panel, it's mostly blank. It's just power and audio outs, but the rest of the controls are actually in the front, like I've said here. So yeah, I really can't wait. I'm going to plug them both up quickly, see what they sound like, but actually I'm not going to bother them. I'm just going to want to play on the new one the whole day. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so here we are. I'm about to fire it up for the first time, and I'm using my old trusty 1978 Fender Jazz. I figure, you know, it's about as stock as they come. I just put Bartolini pickups in instead of the originals because they were rusted and worn. But yeah, let's see how we go. So power, nice. I like that list lights up. So look, you'll see the input. I move my finger out of the way. The input jack lights up. When the mute is on, it flashes. Very cool. There's the mute switch, so that's very nice. And again, you can use a foot switch for that mute function, which is very cool. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go. Yeah, and there we go. Let me just try and with one hand set gain, which is just ridiculous. Okay, put it about off. There we go. Playing it ridiculously hard. This is what flat sounds like. Flat, flat, flat. Now old school. Flat, 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 flatty, flat, flat, flat. Again, this is just phone audio, right? That's pretty good. My bass is tuned down a bit because I was just have a listen. You can have a look at the ceiling. I mean, that's literally flat. Okay. Sounds pretty good actually, says me, but you can't hear what I hear. Let me put it in the scoop mode. As you can see there, it's gone on. See what it does. It's quite a big bump on the subs and a nice spike at like 5-8 hertz. So for the slap thing, it's exactly what you want. I mean, that's pretty remarkable. Put it onto flat. Let's see what the old school does. That's half old school. Okay, so the old school is like a, it's like a, yeah, it's a filter, and I think it's just dialing in more of that tubey old school amp sound, like it says on the box there. But like on fretless, this might actually be really nice. Well, let's find out. Alrighty, so I'm such a nice guy, so I went to go fetch my fretless. There's my Sire V7, which I love dearly. It's as stock standard as it comes. So everything is exactly as I had it before, flat, gain, it's as generic as it comes. I'm just going to put my phone down. That's what my fretless sounds like. Alright, so that's flat. Let me put in the scoop, see what it does. Yeah, it's too thick for me, but it's nice that it has such a nice color change. Here's old school halfway, see what it does. I mean, that's something. Oh, now we know. Yeah, no, I'm a very happy camper, eh? Huge, massive thanks to Anton at Markbass South Africa and Marco and Riccardo at Markbass in Italy. Yeah, you guys have looked after me for moving into my second decade now, and actually my third decade. So yeah, no, thank you. I couldn't be happier. Spectacular gear. I can't wait to put this thing through its paces at a gig. Lekker.